Shit, I got to throw some shit in the oven and well, not shit. uh, some food in the oven in a minute. Well, anyway, some shit. I don't know even know why I said that. You know how it go, the lingo, shit going down, man. All right, so this one I saw. This is just real quick. I'm fucking with the Democrats. The protests. We know the whole thing
Students,
is
we are peaceful students.
is see the same words. Why is nobody else saying anything? And actually, I think they stole my words. And they had because they've been listening to me. Like dude said, remember what does he call them? The bosses. He ain't been on here in a minute. The one that used to come on. Like I said, he's real. The bosses are real, you know, or whatever they are. But they their boss. They y'all bosses. I I still don't know why I'm so important to them. But anyway, so just I'm gonna just let play with this. And I've been saying it's like most of us really haven't been paying attention to the new protests because it's only on college campuses. So most of us, whatever, same shit. But what I mean, the same shit. It's not like I mean, all the protests, even back in the day, the '60s, Kent State, whatever. Now, I'm waiting for them because we all know it's the same thing, same game plan. Young white rich kids mad at their parents, want to be communists. I don't know why they find this shit so attractive to them, but they do. So let me just play it.
Hundreds across the country. Protesters have demanded schools divest campus funds from entities connected to Israel.
We are students. We are peaceful students. Throughout history, when have students ever been protesting and you look back and you say, oh no, they were wrong. We know we are on the right side of history.
It seems that's like what I'm talking about.
Has drunk the Kool-Aid.
Never won. Like I said, I think her puppet masters told her to say that because they don't care about that. Remember, I keep saying that. And one, I'm not trying to convince y'all. When I say look at history, I'm not saying come on my side, come on our side. I'm saying don't fuck with me or fuck with us because history shows you're gonna lose. And like a lot of history shows, you're gonna lose real bad. Like yeah, bad. Like that's the last thing you gonna do. You ever gonna lose in life. I don't care about being on the right side of history. Like I said, this is biblical. So you communist devil worshippers, these little who may not know because there are videos going around of other interviews that majority of them don't even know why they're protesting. So they're just out there tearing up, just like BLMs. The paid agitators would go start shit and the rest would come along for free shit, because they're stealing TVs, whatever, raiding Apple stores. But these kids don't have to steal; they're rich, Was it Columbia, New York, or wherever? So, but they, again, they just want to go with, hang out. Everybody's out there protesting, the girls and guys. Oh, there's a lot of cute guys out there. The girls saying that, and the guys, oh, all the girls out there, Susie's gonna be there. Yeah, she's at the protest right now, dude. Yeah, you can hear it, dude. She's at the protest. You've been trying to hit that for a while, haven't you? They don't even know what the fuck they protesting for. And bottom line, they always supporting the terrorists. They supported BLM, the white folks, the white liberals. Now they're supporting Hamas. And the bottom line, I don't care if you got babies, then don't start no shit. Now, if you call yourself, you got to do what you got to do for your baby because they're starving and da 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 da, then y'all got to work something out. But attacking people and then expect that then using your baby as the Hamas, the Muslim as human shields, that don't fly. So you college kids just got to get over it. But like I said, most of them don't even know what they're protesting about. And secondly, it's the paid agitators. Same thing, because she's the same words. We're peaceful protesting. And you can like, well, she probably saw that when she was a kid, like 6 years ago. During the 2016, was that 8 years ago? Either way, that's the same because that means that then that's programming, conditioning. They've been conditioned for the peaceful program, peaceful protest shit. And I just what that's all, I just really that's all I have about to say about that is because but the main thing is the history. Oh, on the side, his students. I'm like, no, students weren't right. There was students were never right. It was always rich white kids. Vietnam protests, rich white kids. One they didn't want the guys didn't want to get drafted. My folks, my uncle got drafted. Not my great uncle. He was in World War II. He got drafted in the at the beginning, I think, '68. So growing up a little kid in the '80s, But he never talked about it, nothing like that. But anyway, but he was one of y'all. He was, I mean, one of them. But really, with him, that's why I said his hatred of, I won't say hatred. He was always joking. He was, everybody thought he was, everybody liked it. It was just jokes about because he's from New York. Like I said, this is when we was in New York. The Jews running everything, owning everything. He had all that type of stuff, jokes that nowadays are offensive. But he worked there. He worked down there with them Wall Street, but whatever. So uh, in the '80s, but my point is, all the protests. That's what I'm saying. Another thing, the protesters from this. That's what I heard. No, I heard this as a kid. This ain't something I heard now. I remember it recently because I remember as a kid because I really didn't know exactly what they were talking about. Like because they were the same age. They're all the same age. In the '80s, they're in their 30s now or early 40s, like '86, and it's like all these protests, all these white folks who were protesters in the '60s, Vietnam, and hate this and hated the establishment. They're now part of the establishment because we're in New York. They're working on Wall Street. You don't have to know them. They didn't know them. They didn't have to. They were hippies. Exactly. They were hippies. Free love, long hair. Fast forward to the '80s, they full on establishment. Mortgage, house, wife, kid, or the women who's giving up free love, got a husband, this and that. Now they all full for it. So no, your protest, college kid, protest, white liberal, protest. You're not right. They were never right. And when I was in the army, I thought about it. I really never said this too much, but looking at Vietnam, all the deaths, I think all them protests, Hanoi Jane Fonda, they encourage the enemy whether they knew it or not. Your own people is hating on you and this and that and protesting, baby killing, and throwing fake blood or pig blood on the returning soldiers at the airports. If you look it up, just on YouTube, well, it might be, I don't know. You know that the students won right, and now looking back, the VC were communists. Now we definitely see that they, I don't know, somehow should have finished the job or at least explained to our generation when we was in kids in middle school and high school exactly what the communist threat was, and maybe BLM wouldn't have took hold and this shit that is going on now. So, but the protesters, that little girl who just said this, like, no, you college protesters are never right. That's what history says. Y'all are always on the wrong side of history. Ungrateful little spoiled brats, little rich brats. Look like she's some kind of minority, but her parents probably rich, probably Indian, from India, real and not Native American, but she got money. Her parents got money.
Protesters have demanded schools divest campus funds from entities connected to Israel.
We are students. We are peaceful students. Throughout
Nah, she
history,
white. She
when
straight up
have
white.
students ever
Or
been
maybe she, I don't
protesting
know.
and you look back and you say, oh no, they were wrong. We know we are on the right side of history.
It seems like everybody has drunk the Kool-Aid here and across
Well, at least
the U.S.
this white girl, college girl, and whoever her boyfriend, whoever strong silent type, they seem to know, the Kool-Aid. Yeah, she's saying that it seems like, I don't know, they ain't let her finish talking, but it seems like she knows it's all bullshit. They just going, whatever, just want to be cool.
At Columbia University in New York, the epicenter of the demonstrations, Negotiations continue between protest leaders and university administration.
We're at kind of an impasse. The university is not.
Anyway, I ain't gonna talk about it too long because I gotta cook. It's the same tactic from 2 3. They do something where they're not supposed to be. They didn't get the right program, just like the black folks when they was BLM protesting. And then when the police come or somebody, the owner of the property, whether it's a school or wherever, we can be here. This America. You hate free speech. No, not here. This private property. You gotta get. And so when the police start rounding them up, they start resisting. Whether they peaceful resisted or whatever. And then you got like in here you got a white professor. She got arrested. This idiot.
Human being watching this child being pummeled.
No, it is not a child. 18 is an adult. I was in the military, so they're in college. That's not a child. It's not a fucking child. They could be over there in Palestine fighting the war. Or if they care so much, no, there's not a child. See, that's another thing. Yeah, all this bullshit.
I said no, and I stood there, but I stood in a way that was
So
non-confrontational.
so
Stood there.
she just wanted to get arrested and be cool for the little students. She wanted to be part of the crew. Professor Jane, whatever her name is, I don't know. I'm making up a name. Professor Jane, she was, she stood up for us. Hey, she's cool. She got arrested.
And then I'm arrested.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Same thing. They start yelling and screaming, just like if you watch a pullover, of a black dude or a black chick, and they get pulled over. Stop, Mr. Remember, I get stop, Mr. Officer. They automatically start fighting. They start screaming. This same tactic. They just desperate to have some kind of something stick. I don't know what they're trying to do. Something is supposed to stick. But lastly, this is funny. I just seen it. I just think it's funny and I want to talk about it right quick.
You can't donate today. Don't even think about it. I know times are tough because Joe Biden is absolutely just.
Here he was yesterday speaking in front of members of North America's building trades unions
I didn't even
in
see this.
Washington, D.C. It was such a simple assignment. It was so simple. Here's how it went.
Imagine what we can do next. 4 more years. Pause.
I just saw that because before I hit the live go live, but you gotta go into YouTube. Obviously, and I didn't even see this from 3 days ago. So he got stuck again, and this is what the third time he didn't read the teleprompter where and it says it's telling him. Basically like with a comedian, wait for applause, hold for applause, but it says pause, and he actually reads the pause. That's it. But my thing is, I don't care. This is not like he's a regular non-treasonous traitor. This is not. That's what I'm saying. This ain't regular. Like, your candidate is your party is you're doing bad. No, this party, the Democrats have sold out. Literally, or always was treason. They had slaves. It's time we end it. So it's not about even like I said. They got an infirmary in Gitmo, so he can have people take care of his dementia while he's in Gitmo. Him and Hunter and the rest of the whole Democrat Party and the Biden crime family, all of them. So this, and another thing, why they're still in power, if they're still fully in power, isn't that like getting on a bus and the bus driver is an old man or with dementia? So the whole country or a ship has a pilot or a captain, sea captain that has dementia, and and the rest of us, we can't do nothing about it. They locked us out. It's the White House. The White House is the control room or a airplane, and we can't get in. There's nothing we can do. We as regular people, we're just along for the ride until we crash. There's nothing we can do. And then on top of it, say you got people so brainwashed, they're like, what's wrong? This is fine. There's nothing wrong. well, what? He's doing all right. It's like, no, he's not. And then it's like, one, he has dementia. And that's got to be the worst type of traitor in the world, in history. At least Benedict Arnold and the rest of them still had their mind. They wasn't they wasn't demented, senile. I think this is gonna be the first. That's even worse. That's a double whammy. So when he was of sound mind, he was a full on traitor. Now you got a traitor who's demented with senility. Senility. He's senile. But that's all I would say. Let me go. I gotta go start cooking.